You know that one conversation at work that just makes your stomach clench? Yeah, it's feedback. But what if I told you that getting really good at this one thing is the secret to making yourself completely irreplaceable? Well, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how. Okay, let's just dive right in with a pretty bold claim. Mastering feedback is the single most important skill that will protect your career in the age of AI. Seriously, your technical skills, they got you in the door, but they are not going to be enough to keep you there. Look, if you're worried about being overlooked, or worse, replaced, you are not alone. But the system we're about to walk through is going to turn feedback from something you dread into your own personal cheat code for massive growth. So stick around, because this really changes the game. To really get why this is so important, I want to tell you a quick story, and I'm willing to bet you've been in a situation just like this one. So, this is May, and May is probably a lot like you. She's smart, she's careful, and she really cares about doing good work. She just spent days hammering out a new feature for her company's big project. She hit submit, feeling, pretty proud of it. A couple of hours later, her screen just lights up. Boom, 16 comments from Tomas, a senior developer on her team. And as she starts clicking through them, her heart just sinks. Not one, not a single positive word. The comments are just brutal. They're vague, they're critical, and there's zero guidance. Just things like, wrong approach, or why would you even do it this way? It honestly felt less like a code review and more like a personal attack. Her confidence, totally crushed. Suddenly, she's second-guessing everything. And here's the part that everybody misses. Tomas, he wasn't trying to be a jerk. In his head, he was just being fast and direct. But communication is all about the impact, not the intent. And the impact here was a total disaster. It destroyed trust, and it just killed productivity. This right here is how careers stall out. So, how do we fix this whole me and Tomas problem without slowing everybody down? Well, the answer is a really simple but powerful framework called SBI. And you are definitely going to want to remember this part. SBI stands for Situation, Behavior, and Impact. It's basically a tool to strip out all the personal judgment from feedback and just focus on the facts of the work itself. It's about being helpful, not hurtful. Okay, so let's break it down real quick. First up, you have situation. This is where you anchor the feedback to a specific time and place. No more vague stuff. Next, you have behavior. This is where you describe exactly what you saw. No opinions, just observable facts. It's pretty hard to argue with facts. And finally, you get to the impact. This is where you explain the real-world consequence of that behavior. This is what makes the feedback actually matter. You see how that works? It's a logical formula that separates the person from the problem. And this right here, this shows you the massive difference. I mean, it's night and day. On the left, you've got that classic bad feedback. This is wrong. It's a dead end. But now, look at the SBI feedback on the right. It's not a criticism, it's a roadmap. It gives the situation and the auth PR, the behavior, client-side validation, and the impact, a security risk. See? Same core issue, but one absolutely crushes a person's spirit while the other actually builds their skills. Okay, giving good feedback is a total superpower. But let's be real for a second. You can't control how other people communicate. You are going to get feedback that is blunt or vague or just plain bad. So now let's talk about the even harder skill, how to receive it like a pro. The single most powerful tool you have for this is something I call the 24-hour rule. It's simple. When you get feedback that stings or makes you defensive, your only job in that moment is to do nothing. Don't react. Just give yourself 24 hours. This tiny little pause is a career saver. I'm not kidding. After that time has passed, that initial emotional sting will have faded. And now you can look at it objectively. Your goal is to become a detective. You're searching for the one tiny, valuable piece of data that's hidden inside that messy delivery. Forget the tone, hunt for the information. Just ask yourself, is there even a kernel of truth in here that I can use to get better? This slide basically shows a fork in the road, and this is where most people get tripped up. The default reaction on the left is to take it personally, get all defensive, or just pretend you never saw it. But the pro-level response is over on the right. Instead of taking it personally, you treat it like data. Instead of defending your work, you just consider the idea. And instead of ignoring it, you ask one simple clarifying question. This tiny shift is what puts you right back in the driver's seat. All right, we've covered a lot, but theory is useless if you don't put it into action. So let's make this super practical.
Here is your simple plan to start becoming a total feedback champion, starting, well, today.
This is your ridiculously easy get started plan. Step 1, this week, just one time, try writing a comment using that SBI model. Step 2, the very next time you get some tough feedback, just pause. Use that 24-hour rule. And step 3, sometime this month, be brave and ask a teammate you trust for one piece of feedback. That's it. Small moves, huge results down the line.
And by doing this, you're not just learning a new technique. You are fundamentally changing your identity. You're no longer just a coder or a student who's scared of criticism. No, you are becoming a strategic communicator. You're putting yourself in the top 10% of your field, the people who actively hunt for feedback to get ahead of everyone else.
So if you don't remember anything else, remember this. 1, feedback is a skill you can learn. It's not a verdict on who you are. 2, use the SBI model to give feedback that's actually helpful. 3, use that 24-hour rule to keep your cool when receiving tough feedback. And finally, always remember, you are in complete control of how you respond.
The leadership expert Ken Blanchard really nailed it when he said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. The best pros out there aren't the ones who avoid criticism. No way. They're the ones who seek it out. They eat it for breakfast, and they use it as fuel to grow. So the only question left is, are you ready to eat?